What's up, dudes? Guys, we are so happy that you are here. Before we get started, make sure that you like and subscribe.
So today, we're gonna be talking about a little bit of a personal subject here. Honestly, all we can talk about is from our experience and what we've gone through, but that is birth control. Before we go into it, I wanna just put a disclaimer out there and say that we view babies as a gift and a blessing.
Right now, we're not planning on having a baby, but if it happened, it's not like we would be upset, you know? We're completely
Basically, what
prepared.
we're saying is, this is our disclaimer. If you and your partner, or you and some other person, are engaging in, are you allowed to say sex?
You can say sex,
on this channel?
Yeah, we can say sex.
In sex-like behaviors, if you're having sex,
You gotta be prepared.
then you should be prepared to have a baby.
Yeah.
And then also, like, babies are a blessing. They're a gift, and they should be celebrated. So that's just our disclaimer out there. This is a decision we made, so we don't really need input from other people about the decision we made.
She doesn't want to get hated on if there's
I don't wanna get hated on.
some mean people out there.
But honestly, I wouldn't really care.
Sick. Well, what we did is Abby...
Wait, no, we gotta get started again. I just flipped off the camera.
Every question we're answering today is coming straight from you guys. Thank you for following us on Instagram. We will link our Instagrams right here.
Okay, first question. Are you using birth control? The answer is yes. We are using birth control right now.
But it's not me, it's specifically Abby who is using a form of birth control, and that's an IUD, an intrauterine device.
Matt, the next question was going to be, what form of birth control do you use?
Oh gosh.
You're being so weird. Why are you being so weird? What kind of birth control are you on? An IUD. It's basically like a little tiny, here, insert a picture of what it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like a T.
It looks like a T.
Little T.
And what they do is a doctor will put it in for you. It has a slow release of hormones. If you would take the birth control pill, you're getting all those hormones at once, so your levels kind of go up and down throughout the day, which is fine, but the advantage of having an IUD is that it's a slow release of those hormones. How did you guys have a conversation about it? And I think that this is a conversation that couples that are active in this way should be having.
Oh, 100%.
I would say this was about 6 months before we got married. We were like, okay, we need to really start thinking about this. And so we sat down with someone who is really a specialist in all different forms of birth control methods, from natural birth control methods to hormonal birth control methods. So like every option we explored together.
Oh,
and
yeah.
we thought about them all very seriously, every type of option. Hormonal, not hormonal, all of them. I had never been on birth control prior to being married. So I had a lot of concerns, and I was scared, and I was looking up all these stories, and I was seeing a lot of scary stuff online. I was like, I don't want any of it. Like, I don't want a part of any of it. Because it's just, there's so many things out there, and, you know, there's a lot of isolated stories that are, like, really freaky.
You were very scared.
I was.
Like, I remember Abby would just tell me, like, I just read this terrifying story of this girl who, like, got an IUD, and it was, like, the worst pain she's ever experienced in her whole entire life. Honestly, I don't know if that's healthy to, like, go and just read all of that. Like, would you recommend that?
I
like,
would
you hear
say
about, you know?
would say to look up what is being put out there by doctors. Specifically, I have the Kylena, which is made for women that haven't had babies yet. I've had that for well over a year, and it stays in for 5 years. So you have the IUD in, and then you leave it in there for 5 years. You can get it out early if you want, but you don't have to, and then a doctor will also remove it. So a doctor puts it in, and a doctor removes it, and then you don't have to do anything else. And
we also heard of people who were on the pill, but then they would forget to take the pill.
The pill can be very successful.
It can, but like,
but
it's
knowing
also hard
myself,
to remember.
I forget everything. Like, if I am like leaving a place, I'm gonna leave my phone. I'm gonna leave my purse.
Yeah.
I'm going
You
to
forget your
forget my
phone
keys. Like,
all the time.
I just leave everything. I cannot remember anything. There's no way I would remember to pack pills, or I would remember to take it at the same time every day. There's just really no way. Does birth control affect your sex drive? No. I don't think so. Keep in mind, I've only been sexually active since I've had birth control. So I don't know.
Actually, we probably don't even know.
I guess we should talk about that process of getting the IUD. So my experience with the IUD is that this is like such a personal topic. So girls, you have to be on your period when the doctor puts it in for you. So that's kind of an unfortunate thing, because we were trying to schedule it, and it was kind of difficult because we're like, I don't know when that's gonna come. I think that also is what kind of freaks girls out a little bit more, because you're gonna be a little bit more sensitive, and it's gonna hurt a little bit more. In my experience, it was super quick. Just go in. They prepare you super well. If you just relax, it's not gonna be bad. I'll tell you what, I heard so many horror stories. People were freaking me out about it being so painful and scary, and it's really not that scary. Like, you're gonna be okay, and you'll be a little uncomfortable for like maybe one day, and then you won't notice it from there on out.
Yeah.
I don't notice it at all.
You were a champ.
Most people bring someone with them.
Yeah.
I just went by myself.
You didn't bring anybody with you in the room to hold your hand or anything. Like, this was a few weeks before we got married, and so I was like calling her, like asking Abby, like, hey, how you doing? Like, are you nervous? And I think you were a little nervous going in, but then I called her afterward, and she was just so tough, and
it was fine.
Wasn't even phased. You're like, yeah,
girls
I'm
are
good.
strong. Girls are so strong. Like, you can take it. I like this question. It says, how did it affect your period? After you get the IUD, I experienced some spotting, which is like light bleeding for like almost a month, I would say. Mm-hmm. And wasn't uncomfortable really. I just had to be aware of that. And then since then, I probably had like one period. Mm-hmm. I don't really remember, but then since then, I really don't get periods anymore. For all of this whole year, I haven't had a period except for right now. Any period I do get is extremely light, and sometimes I just don't get it at all. Did it ever make you gain weight?
No.
I don't think it made
me
gain weight.
Yeah, you haven't. Your weight has like stayed the same.
That was something else I was kind of worried about. Here's what I was worried about. I was worried about having crazy mood swings.
I mean, I think it's
consistent. I had mood swings before.
With what was there before.
I can't do a scientific research on that. I have mood swings now, but I really think I had them beforehand.
I don't think anything's changed though. I mean, like, you were worried about that.
I was worried about acne.
Your weight. Yeah, acne, but like I think our acne's cleared up. I don't think that's been the IUD though. I think it's been just our skincare routine has gotten better. Have you ever been nervous that it didn't work? Yes. I feel like the first 3 months of having it, I didn't trust it. We were always like, oh my gosh, like we got pregnancy tests, we had pregnancy scares.
Because you're not getting your period like you used to. Yeah, because Abby
didn't have her period, and then we're like, oh, like what? And we knew that one of the side effects of the IUD would be like you lose your period basically, but we were freaking out. It
feels so non-existent, honestly, which is a great thing about it, that you like kind of question like, oh, okay, is this working? Is this real? Oh, I guess we should talk about cost. So how much does the Kyleena cost?
It is pretty expensive. So it depends on insurance. I think it ended up costing us about $750.
That sounds like such a high number now, but if you think about that stretched within the 5 years that you can have this form of birth control and it still be very effective for you, it's not as shocking.
That's $150 a year if you think about, like, say you would buy condoms just to use that as a year.
Condoms are expensive.
Condoms are expensive. Like, I'm sure you could spend $150 a year on condoms, and that's not nearly as effective.
Oh, you could spend more than that.
Oh yeah, you could spend more.
Someone said, did it make you sick? No. I had really light cramps that first day that I had it, but that could have also been because I was on my period when I got it. So, it wasn't anything crazy. This one said, are you any hungrier? I've always had a really big appetite. Someone said, why did you choose this birth control? I think we just chose it for the convenience factor, and it has a really high success rate. So many people said, was insertion painful? Yeah. I mean, it was painful, but it's not like...
It wasn't...
It was very manageable still. Girls are strong. Like I said, you can do it. The most painful part lasts less than a minute. Any regrets about going on birth control?
Yeah, do you have any regrets at all?
And I don't. Do you have any regrets?
I don't. I love it. I mean, it's great.
So we've gotten a few questions about whether or not we fully trust the birth control or if we use other methods of birth control. And like doubling up. We just trust the birth control.
That was cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
Jinx, Jinx, show me a soda. No, we just...
So weird.
We just use the IUD. Like, we have used condoms before, but we're not like, oh, we always have to use condoms. Like, no, it's just...
You don't need to say that. Just say we fully trust the birth control.
We fully trust the birth control.
How does it affect you mentally? I haven't noticed a big change.
I don't think I've noticed any change. I think in the first month, every once in a while, you would complain about, like, maybe some cramps or something, but, like, that went away.
There's an adjustment period for sure.
Yeah, but then now, like, everything is completely normal, except for, obviously, you not getting a period.
But something that is weird, I still get, like, PMS.
Yeah! That actually, oh my gosh, we should totally talk about that.
Yeah. Like I said, I rarely get a period, or if I do, it's extremely light, and it's very spaced apart. But I do still get PMS. I didn't expect that, I guess.
I keep seeing questions about pregnancy scares. I feel like we've had, do you want to say 3? And it was one of those things where you're like, oh shoot, like we, weren't planning for a child right now. But then it's also kind of exciting too, because you're like, that'll be so cool. Mm-hmm. So it's like that weird mix of like happy and like terrified at the same time.
The symptoms of PMS are almost exactly consistent with the symptoms of early pregnancy. Yes. So that's what throws us off every month.
It's so weird because like all the PMS stuff, if you look up like pregnancy symptoms, it's almost identical in some areas.
People are asking me if I've tried multiple methods. I've only tried this one method. How many times have y'all stopped taking birth control to see what might happen? We've never stopped.
Yeah. Everyone has a different experience, but from our experience, this has just worked for us. And it's been a good choice for us.
This is, would Matt ever go on male birth control? What's male birth control?
Well, I mean, like, so there's condoms. There's some men, like, when families are done having children, is it called a...
Oh, you're gonna get that.
What's that called again?
Vasectomy?
Vasectomy, that's right.
You'll get that.
Yeah, I'll get that.
Women have gone through enough at that point.
Why does that terrify me? I feel like I'm just seeing scissors, like, shoo.
No, it's so much easier for men. The women's process is so much more invasive. Women have gone through a heck of enough.
She's gone through a lot.
I already have gone through enough.
Gonna give birth to babies? Like, that's a lot.
So, yeah, Matt would consider that.
Not consider. I'm gonna get that.
I will consider that for you, Matt. Do you sometimes wish you were pregnant? Yes.
Every day.
I do.
Abby's like, oh, Matt, wouldn't it be so sweet if we had babies? Or like, Matt, wouldn't I look so cute with the baby bump? Like, that's why Abby started that TikTok trend. That was Abby's idea.
Here's my explanation. I always tell you, Matt, I think falling in love with you made me want to have babies with you. That was just my natural next step in falling in love with you. Naturally, I want to have babies with you. I say that just like looking forward to it. I'm excited about it. Yeah. Sometimes I do wish I was pregnant. Does the IUD ever bother you or be uncomfy? So I don't really notice it. Matt barely notices it. Why are you so awkward?
Do we have any closing thoughts for our viewers, Abby?
This is what works for us for right now at this point in our lives. We're really happy with the decision, especially because I had so many fears leading up to it.
Yeah.
I think birth control is a really important topic to talk about. For just like women's health in general is an important topic to talk about. Just be safe. Like we said, we think that that kind of activity is safest within a marriage. And so that's why we waited. This was kind of a serious video.
This is really serious. We're usually like doing funny videos, and I'm like stressing. I'm like sweating.
This is like right up our alley, though. Even though it does seem like off from our other videos, but like we want to make content for people that are young.
Oh my gosh, we had so many questions.
We can't just be eating ice cream in our car. We have to have some value we can add.
We do.
Also, we're not doctors or medical professionals, so please talk to those people too.
Yes.
This is just your starting ground, and this is our experience.
We appreciate you guys. We love you. And what should they leave down below in the comments?
They should say girls are strong.
Girls are strong. Okay, comment girls are strong if you made it this far in the video. We appreciate you guys. We love you. We will see you in the next one.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you guys. Like and subscribe and share the video. Oops. Oh shoot. Oh.